Hi everyone, in this video we will start graphing reciprocal functions. So first we need to understand the parent function of reciprocal function. So the parent function is f of x equal 1 over x. This is your parent function of reciprocal function. The graph of this will look like this is your x-axis and this is your y-axis. The graph will be like this. So you need to remember the shape of reciprocal function. Here this is defined when x is not equal to 0. As you can see in the graph, at x equals 0 the graph is not defined. Okay, the graph is not defined. It is discontinuous at x equal 0. If you see, this is continuous graph, this is continuous, but at x equals 0 it is discontinuous. Now what will be the domain? Now the domain will be all the real numbers, all the real numbers except x equal 0, right? Now what will be the range? Range will also be all real numbers except 0, or you can say all non-zero real numbers. It means the same except 0. 0 will not be included. Why? Because if you see, the graph is coming from negative infinity up to this but not 0. All the values but not 0. Similarly here the graph is coming from positive infinity and going to the infinity but not including 0. Now what is the intercept here? Is there any intercept? Y-intercept? In this case there is no y-intercept, and similarly if you see, there is no x-intercept also. Now what is the asymptote? If you know about asymptotes, then the asymptotes are, and if you don't know, then just remember for now, and I will discuss the asymptotes in the future classes. Asymptotes is x equals 0 and f of x equals 0. The y-axis is representing f of x, right? Why x equals 0? Because x equals 0, the graph is approaching infinity. The graph is approaching infinity. And f of x 0, so at x equals 0, f of x is also 0. So here also graph is approaching infinity if you move towards this, right? This side. So x equals 0 and f of x equals 0 are the asymptotes, right? We will talk about horizontal and vertical asymptote in the details later. Okay, so this is the all information about the parent function of reciprocal function. Now let's talk about some examples. Now first thing, we have limitation on domain. Now if you have a question, f of x is equal 3 over 2x plus 5. Is this a reciprocal function? Yes, it is a reciprocal function because the parent function was 1 over x and now it is with some other variables, other coefficient and the constants. So yes, overall this is a reciprocal function. Now at which value this function is not defined? My question is, find the value of x for which this function is not defined. So when you want to check the function is not defined, you will check the denominator, only this, and you will keep this equal to 0, because when the denominator is 0, the function is undefined. Why? Because 3 divided 0 will be undefined, right? That is the concept of undefinition in this function. Now, what will be the value of x? So, 2x plus 5 equals 0. So, this, if you solve this, minus 5 both side, this will give you 2x equal minus 5, 0 minus 5. And now you divide with 2, x is equal negative 5 divide 2. So at x equal negative 5 divide 2, this function will be undefined. At what value the function will be undefined? At negative 5 over 2. Let's try some more example. Now if you have, for example, f of x is equal 2 over x minus 1. Now at what value the denominator will be 0? So if you put x equal 1, then 1 minus 1 is 0. So the function is undefined at x equal 1. Or else you can try this way. I told you, keep this equal 0, x minus 1 equals 0. This will go to this side, x is equal plus 1. When you change side, the sign changes. Right? So either you can try this way or this way. Both will give you the same answer, x equal 1, x equal 1. So the function is undefined at x equal 1. Next question, if you have f of x over equals 7 over 3x plus 2, now again the denominator will be 0. So 3x plus 2 is equal 0. Take it to this side, minus 2, remove it. 3x is equal minus 2. Divide with 3 both side, and that will give you x is equal negative 2 over 3. So x equal negative 2 over 3 will give you the function is undefined. Right? I hope you understood. So you can try a few questions by yourself. Let me write it here. F of x is equal 4 over x plus 4. F of x is equal 6 over 2x minus 3. F of x is equal 12 over 6x plus 4, and f of x is equal 3 over x. So try these questions and I'm sure you will definitely will be able to solve the questions, right? Okay, so that's it for this video, and for the future parts I will add them with the I icon here, part 2, part 3. Follow up videos on this topic so you can watch them and try to understand the topic. So that's it for this video. Thanks.